earlier, that's fine. Like, because I live an hour away.
Okay. Well, I want to make it worth your time.
Yeah.
So I want to go as long as I can. And I'm like 14 on the mic anyway, so it's not like I'm right up front.
Which mic did you sign up at?
I'm going to Mass, in Fort Worth.
Okay.
Mass, and then I'm also going to Mad Hatter's afterwards. So I got 2 mics in Fort Worth. I'm headed up tonight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I rarely come out to Fort Worth. Can I get a water too? I'm like looking at
Yeah, you can have that one.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, John, do you mind passing me water from up there?
I got you.
Thanks, man. What's up, everybody?
Oh, right now?
Yeah, right now. That last little bit. Thank you, John. Welcome to another episode of the Rudynomics podcast. That's what the podcast called now.
Oh, okay.
I changed it. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Yeah. So like the Instagram name and everything, I just couldn't pronounce it.
Yeah, the Rudynomics podcast. And I'm here with Alex Berrios.
Yeah,
Berrios.
Yeah, Berrios.
Yeah.
Berrios. Yeah.
Like so, like, roll the triple R's, right?
Yeah.
That's like 2 R's?
Yeah, it's just 2 R's.
Okay.
But, you know, I make it sound triple.
Oh, okay. It's Hispanic name, right?
Yeah.
What are
Well,
you, Mexican? Chicana?
I'm like a different type of Mexican.
What do you mean a different type of Mexican?
Both of my parents are from Honduras.
Honduras?
Mm-hmm.
Honduras, man.
Is Honduras in Mexico?
No.
No. No, it's not. So you're not any kind of Mexican.
I know, I'm not. But it's like, it gives people that pause because a lot of people don't know anything. Here in Texas, everyone's like, oh, everyone knows like from Mexico. Majority of Latinos here are Mexican. But when I lived in Florida, the majority of Latino population is like Puerto Rican, Dominican. Mm-hmm. So when I say like I'm Honduran, they're like, oh.
No, I knew like Honduras isn't part of Mexico. Like,
no, I'll play with you, yeah. So, both of my parents were born and raised from there. And in their like late 20s, they moved to Chicago, Illinois.
Mm-hmm. And Chicago.
Mm-hmm. That's where they met.
How did they pick Chicago?
It's always a cousin. It's like, yo tenía un primo que se estaba quedando ahí, so me fui. And then my mom heard back in the village that my daddy left, and she went to go chase my daddy. I guess that's how the story played out.
Yeah. Huh. It always seems like it's that way when it comes to like the Latin family. The husband goes away.
Well, no, my parents weren't like married at the time.
No.
They were just from the same little pueblo.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
And like my mom was able to track them down without social media, so.
How did you do that back then?
Look, I have no idea. But it's like always because of a primo, a brother,
Yeah.
So it was true love. They're not together no more. But back then it was true love.
Yeah. Let me see. I think I need to do a little bit of an intro. I should have wrote this stuff down.
No, yeah, that's cool.
No, like I know there's supposed to be like a little thing I do in the beginning of the podcast. Guys, check us out or check me out. Follow me on Instagram and on my podcast streams. Like Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Don't forget Spotify. Live on Twitch always, and then also YouTube. Check out the YouTube channel. Subscribe. That helps out our numbers and all the people who have on here.
Which one shall I look?
You can look at that one.
Okay.
Camera wise, yeah, that one. And this is our mic right here.
Okay.
So it picks up everything pretty good. But okay, so Alex, how you been doing?
I've been good.
Yeah. Do you have shows coming up?
Not until mid-December, early January. So I had some shows that were planned out in November, but got pushed back out to January.
Oh, okay.
I get to open for Flo in a show in South Carolina.
Oh yeah, for Flo?
Mm-hmm.
Where's that gonna be at?
That would be in South Carolina. I forgot the venue's name. So that would be my first out-of-state show. So I'm excited.
Really? I've been talking to Flo. He wants to use my area for his podcast. So, and he wants to have me produce it for him. So
that's the big one that's coming up. Otherwise than that, just hitting open mics and trying
to be funny.
Yeah, trying to be funny.
Did I see you Friday? I saw you Friday, right? I played on?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were there.
Yep.
Sometimes sometimes I'm like not in it, like I'm there physically, but like mentally I'm not really there. And then I'll just like totally forget who I even talked to that night.
So you're saying I was forgettable. That's cool.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I'm not saying.
I mean, you are a woman, so you're lucky that I even talked to you.
Oh my god. Ay, no te creo. No te creo. Thank you.
I like pulling jokes like that all the time.
Thank you so much. What a pleasure.
Oh man, it's really good to have you over here though, man. Like, I first met you in, I think at Hyenas in Fort Worth, maybe. You were doing something over there.
Yeah.
But like it's been a while, and I'm glad to have you on finally.
Yeah, we had always like cross paths, and like just finally like I seen you there. We always like, oh, because we both have curly hair, so we'd always be like, oh my god, I like your hair. Yeah. And then just eventually. we started
what bonded us, our hair.
Eventually the conversations got a little longer. Like, so how was your day? But no, yeah, we initially met at Plano's. It was where we like got set up for the podcast and everything, and started talking more. Was at Plano's Hyenas.
How long have you been doing comedy?
2 years.
2 years. Yeah. Almost just like me. I'm almost 2 years.
Yeah, a lot of us went through some shit in 2017.
Yeah, if I wouldn't have taken that break over the summer, I'd be at straight 2 years. But I had to take a little break. Yeah, this coming February would be 2 years. So I'm a little under 2 years. But like it's been crazy, huh?
Oh my.
Since you start, what are you doing?
I'm making sure, que no me se, que no se la faja, que todo me queda bien y todo.
Fine, don't worry about it. Just forget about the cameras. Don't worry. But no. Like how crazy has it been for you since you started doing comedy?
It's a roller coaster. It's definitely such a roller coaster of emotion. Like in the beginning, I'm trying to get to back how I felt in the beginning, where like because I was at such a low point in my life when I started out with comedy. I didn't have anything much to give. I didn't care what to lose. Like I generally just did not care as much what people think. And so I just felt like I had just my stage presence was so much better compared to what it is now. Now I'm like always getting a little bit nervous because I know some people, like are watching us. Obviously other comics we don't watch one another sometimes, but now I get nervous, like really nervous, even like during open mics. Yeah,
is it because like it sounds like you're going through something where like you didn't care how people thought about you, so you're just like I'm just gonna do it and whatever. And now you're more conscious about it because you probably have more care about it.
Well, I think I just got more conscious about it because the relationships I built amongst my peers. Like you always want to be respected amongst your peers. And it's just a balance. It's a tug of war. We could all walk around like everyone walks around like, oh, I don't give a F. Like, no, that's generally not me. But I just, this is generally like what I love to do, and it's my craft. It's what I love to do. So, you just never want like someone to try you about it. Yeah. I just still kind of have that mentality, like it's me against the world type of thing. So like, don't try me. Like this is what I like to do. Oh shit! But not like not I was gonna take you outside or anything. I know that came off like
don't try me.
No, but like just when I started out, like I met a lot of comedians that have like 2 years, and I'm like, damn, what happened to us in 2017, right? Yeah. I'm like some shit happened, but
to make us go on stage.
Yeah, like all of us, like it was like a wave. For me, it was just. I had a really sucky relationship. Yeah. So, and then like it took everything out of me. Like I genuinely love this man, and I looked him straight in the eye and I said, "I love you," and he said, "I don't." And so that like really crushed me. And
did you guys break up right after that?
No, and that's the thing. Me fue estúpida. And I waited. Let me tell you, I waited. So we still were dating. Yeah. And I was just like, I'm gonna wait for him to love me. He's going to love me.
That happens with, that's like not to generalize, but I hear that's a common thing with women where they'll like be with a guy, and even though he's not the greatest guy, they want to be the ones that make him a better person. Like that's a thing that women drive for. Guys don't drive for that. Guys don't want to make a girl a better person. Yeah. They're like, no, she needs to be perfect already.
I loved him for who he was. I accepted him just as he was. But I was just waiting for him to love me. Yeah. That's all I wanted. But you can't force someone to love you. Like, as much as I want someone to love me, they can't. And it just took a lot out of me. And so, because then he knew I loved him, because I said it first. Fue tonta. You know, my dad was like, que no lo digas primero. And I said it first. So that's been my big thing ever since. I'm like, ooh, I'm not going to say it. If I ever feel it again, I'm like, ooh.
Dude, I'm in a relationship, right? And my girlfriend, she said it one time, but like, she'll blurt out things that she thinks she's saying in her head or not even notice. And like one time we're just hanging out, and she's just, I love you. And I was like, what? And she's like, did I say that out loud? I was like, yeah. What'd you say? She's like, oh shit. It's like,
what'd you say?
I was just like, oh, okay. I refused to say it for the longest time.
What's the longest time? But like, how much longer?
I think 6 months.
6 months. So it's 6 months later, or like 6 months into the relationship, you said I love you?
No. 6 months after that happened. Maybe I'm probably exaggerating a little bit. Maybe it wasn't 6 months, but it was.
No, I feel like that was truthful.
It was a little while where I would just be like, I'm just gonna tell you I like you a lot. That's all I'm saying. I like you a lot.
I can't believe you. Here I am telling you like how devastated I was. And you're like, no, I get that. Like, but in my case, he never said it. And truth be told, I asked him, I said, do you ever think you're gonna love me? And he said, no. So, and it was weird because I was genuinely mad at someone because of what they didn't feel for me. Not because he cheated or he slept with somebody or because he got a kid on the way. Like, all the other reasons I'm used to being mad at somebody, it was just truthful. Like, no, I'm not ever going to love you. I'm like, oh.
See, that's when you need to figure out how to like get him really, really sick and like close to dying to where like he's like he needs to like change his point of view on life and realize how important how nice of a person you really are to him. Like how great of a person.
I mean, like, you know, like I got a lot of pride. Yeah. Like I walked out, I was like, "Pues no te crees? You're never gonna touch this again." Like that was, you know, like yo quería salir like más fuerte. Like I was gonna, you know, that was my thing. Like I'm gonna be really better off without you. For a long time, I wasn't.
Yeah.
But then, you know, I am. So. Yeah,
it happens. Heartbreak's tough. I've broken a lot of girls' hearts.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Not
on purpose, right? That's all they all say.
But like, probably about maybe between 6 and 10.
You counted? There's a list.
I can make a list if I need to.
Don't make a list. That's gonna piss me off. I'll tell you that. I'll be like, look. Because like I just feel, because I feel for the, like I just, because and maybe it's just me, but like I just love hard, you know. So I just remember like, you know, like even when like friends kind of say it to me, like in the comedy world, like, oh girl, you know I love you, be like, haha. You know, I don't really say it back. You know what I'm saying? Because I just love hard.
I just your look on your face when you said that.
You know what I'm saying? Like I got love for you, but it's just like, you know, if I say I love you, it generally means I will love you for as long as I live. You know what I'm saying? God willing. So I just, but like people kind of like just use it as a stamp or just to say it whenever. So I could just say it from person, like when I say I love you, like it means something like a lot, and I go hard. And but for you just to, or anytime I'm in a relationship, like I just kind of give it my all. I'm like, oh my god. But you, on the other hand, like
what? No, that was when I was younger. I mean, that was in my Playboy years. I mean, yeah.
What's younger? Like 2 years ago?
No, like in my early to mid 20s.
Oh, I could say that too, because I'm just 30.
Why'd you start dancing?
Because
Did you just turn 30? Did you just have a birthday?
In my soul, I've been 30. I'm not playing. Yes, I did. Just turned 30, November 8th.
Yeah, I heard you say that. I thought it was somebody that I knew, and then we say that.
You do know me, Rudy.
I do know you. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It's kind of weird that I know you.
Is it?
It's weird that we get along.
Really? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I'm
Yeah.
just messing with you.
I was like, what? No.
No. Okay, so that's what inspired you to get into comedy. Your ex-boyfriend, like your.
When I like really him, like I've always loved comedy.
Yeah.
But I would say a lot of my jokes that I'm millennial, but I grew up with third world country parents.
Mm-hmm.
Just I genuinely did not grow up with the no this on them, mommy and papi, but they didn't raise me to be like, oh, if you believe in yourself, that will take you far. Anything you set your mind to, you know, it's gonna happen, mija. Like it was just they taught me what their learned behavior, what they saw in the U.S. Like you gotta go to school, get good grades. You gotta go to college. Everyone who goes to college makes money.
Yeah.
And so that was like, you know, stapled in me, or like I didn't know any better because I just wasn't like I followed by the rules.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had really strict parents. You know, even though a veces me fue maquiada y todo, but I've always loved comedy, but I didn't think it really could be a career. You know, Dave Chappelle has a thing where he doesn't everything, but it's a fact that started when he was 14 years old. He tells his mom.
Yeah.
That is, I never said that to my mom. You know, I was like, oh, like I just did I was like so much into pleasing them, like, you know, getting good grades, trying to at least.
Yeah.
So I just didn't think comedy could really be a career.
Well, I mean, did anybody like ever incite you, like push you towards comedy? Like maybe you're, you know, like telling you you're pretty funny, maybe you should do comedy.
It was, you know, my best friend and my sister. When we started going to college together, and then she was like, "You really should look into it. Mm-hmm. You really should." But again, it was just now that's already a learned behavior of 19 years that I have to unwind. Where if I fail college, I drop out of college. Mm-hmm. You know, I have to tell my parents that. You know, and even then, I just started comedy when I was 27. Mm-hmm. So I didn't start, you know, in my early 20s as some of the other cats I see when I'm out. I'm like, dang, you know, for you to feel that, for you to want to do that, it's so, you're, you know, going against the norm or whatever society tells you to do. Yeah. You know, it's so inspiring because I didn't feel that. I was just always kind of like scared. Mm-hmm. So, I've always loved comedy, but it's just, I have to believe in myself and understand the love, where that love came from. I'm like, this is what I wanted to do. You know, it's going to be okay if like, you know, mommy and daddy don't love me because I veered off this way. Yeah. And then I end up being their greatest disappointment.
Wait, are you saying that you did? Or
yeah, I end up like, so I went to college and I was on a scholarship. I lost my scholarship freshman year. Yeah. I flunked out of a university, so I had to go like to a tech school and try to get good grades. And I flunked out of tech school, ranking up like more college debt. And then I just stayed I went to school in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And
Jesus Christ, what are you doing all the way over there?
It's really cheap. Long story short, I live with my dad in Wisconsin after my parents got divorced. Mm-hmm. And to go to school in Wisconsin, it's like a pack of cheese and a couple grand a month. Yeah. It's really cheap. Really cheap to go up there. So I just stayed up there. I'm like, oh, this would be like, in my mind, I'm like, oh, for like 10 grand, I'm gonna get a bachelor's. No, I didn't. I couldn't because I wasn't doing good in school. Mm-hmm. And so I just stayed there, but I was too ashamed to go back home. And my mom lived in Florida, mm-hmm. and so she thought I was in Wisconsin going to school. So I just got an apartment with my sister and my best friend, and I hid from them for like 5 years.
Jesus Christ, 5 years?
Because that's how much, like, I was so scared to, like, show myself, like, I didn't get a degree. And plus, I was still asking for money. Yeah. Well, I was trying to. My dad sent me, like, $50 here and there. But it was just, I did not want to face that fear of, like, hey, remember that whole college thing?
Didn't work out.
Yeah. And then each year got worse because you're like, it's getting longer and you know, like, they're like, what were you doing this whole time? I was a part-time bartender. I worked at American Eagle.
Hey, that's funny. I worked at American Eagle too when I was 17, 18.
I'm like, do you like my best? I'm just kind of but, yeah, so I mean, it was that. I just had fear.
So how are you with them now?
Now it's cool. It generally is. My dad's my best friend. Like, we homies. Mom, it's a tolerable relationship.
Okay, well, that's better than nothing.
Just because, you know, she's still like, oh, okay, you know, you're doing comedy or whatnot. She goes, ¿Y escuela? Nah, I just said I wasn't going. Pues, I know, mija, it's never too late.
Yeah, it's not that it's not about the time thing. It's just some people just aren't meant for school. I can't do school, like not college. I never really like when it comes to like studying for something. It doesn't stick right away, so it takes like mistakes. Now I learn from those mistakes, but you can't learn from the mistakes at a test in college because
that's a couple grand.
That's the test right there. Yeah, there's no retake. Only you have to pay a lot for it.
Exactly. And yeah, it's just, you know, and for her, but then it was always like comparison. Pues tú sabes, la hija de Marixa, ella estaba trabajando 2 trabajos y she went to school part-time. Y mira que salió bien. Ahí está un nurse. The thing is, I'm not Marixa's daughter. Like, I'm your daughter, and this is what you ended up with. She goes, ay, pues, mija. Okay. You know, like, she's just so, there's just that sense of frustration. Mm-hmm. So, but, you know, if anything, I'm like, it's more. I'm like, you know I talk about you on stage, right? Like, you know, she's the parent I talk about most, because my dad's more accepting. You know, dad's always a little bit cool. My dad's more accepting, like, you know, and plus, my dad only gave me one rule. Que no me vengas aquí embarazada.
Don't get pregnant.
Yeah, like that. Yo, let me tell you, out of anything I learned, all he said in high school was just que no me vengas aquí con un nieto. Look, and now flying colors, baby. Here I am, 30, no kids.
Well, yeah, you dodged that bullet.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I mean, I'm glad that. Well, I hope that one day, you know, with your comedy, that your mom would be like, okay, I can see that she's making that this is an actual thing for her. I know there's some comics who joke around. I've heard them say that, and I don't know who it was, but he was talking about how like his mom always wanted him to go to med school, and he's all like, "Mom, you know, I'm making all this money." Like, oh yeah, it's nice. So you ever gonna go back to med school? And the guy's like, no, I'm on TV. I'm making movies. Why would I go to med school?
And it's just like if you could get your degree in being a comedian, like I think that would probably like satisfy my parents, because they would always be like, que me traigas ese papelito. I'm like, you want me to bring you a $20,000 piece of paper?
You did you finish high school?
Yeah, Rudy, I told you I went to college.
Yeah, I know, but like
you just think
did you get like a
No, I got a diploma, not no GED.
Okay. I was just wondering, geez.
No, Rudy got an outreach program. We actually shooting for an Everlast college commercial. What was it? Everest college commercial here.
Well, you are doing really good in comedy, so that is good.
Oh, I appreciate that, Rudy.
You're doing good, man. You're funny. I've seen you a couple times, and every time you got something slightly different. Pretty funny. So yeah, keep it up. I know you don't need me to tell you that.
Nah, I appreciate that. Nah, cause you know, man, like there be some nights we go to these open mics, and it's just like half the time you're performing in front of your peers, and you don't know what really works or not until you got a show. That's why shows are like great, because you know those people don't know you and they want to be there to watch a comedy show, rather than your peers. Like you've heard my jokes, and you know, like when I'm trying something, you're like, oh, okay. Yeah.
For the most part, yeah. Unless you bring out something new that I hadn't heard because I hadn't seen you in a while.
No, that's true.
But you can always tell when somebody's trying something new, though. Like,
yeah, because they actually sometimes they tell you at the end of the little notepad, they're like, so. And then they go on with the joke. And if it was a bad response, they're like, sorry, it was something new. Like I try not to retort back on that. Sometimes I do. Is retort a word?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if I used it right. Remember, I didn't finish college.
I think you did. I believe you did.
So I don't try to use that because I'm just there. Like if it, that's the whole point of just being that vulnerable on stage. Like oh, it didn't work. I'm not ever gonna use that again. Nah, it might work somewhere else. You know.
Yeah, it might work somewhere else. That set I've been doing. That last one I did at Plano.
Mm-hmm.
I first started doing that a week ago, and I did it in Dusty's in Denton, and it killed. It did really good, and I did it 2 times at I did it at Mass last Monday, and Mad Hatter again on Monday also, and it bombed, like really bombed. Then I did it at Plano again last couple nights ago, and it did real good there. So I mean, it's just
Do you feel like on each one you delivered the same energy?
I believe Mass I was probably a little more tired and not that good energy, but Mad Hatter I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, whatever. That's how it is. That's how it is sometimes.
Yeah, and then again, it's not like, and they always say like, don't do what you think is funny. Like just go with your story, what you think is true, and. All the generic cliche advice.
Generic cliches. I get told a lot of advice, and some of it's like, the usual stuff, and it's alright. I mean,
yeah, like I wait for something new. Sometimes in my head, like I play this game, like I'm gonna finish this sentence. What do you? Always believe in myself. Okay. You know when they're talking. I'm trying to like guess in my head, like what are they gonna say? If I'm right, hey. I'm starting to read people better.
That's good.
No, that's not good. That's so disrespectful. That is not a good behavior for a human to have while talking to another human.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, doing comedy is tough, so we just gotta do what we gotta do. That's what we do.
I think once you start doing comedy, what hurts us more, I think as comedians, is when we stop or take a break, because we acknowledge that. Because like you did, I took a break for 2 months, so because you didn't practice or work, because you feel like you weren't out there, you took that title away from yourself. Yeah,
when I came back, I was so bad. I was so bad when I came back. It took me like 3 weeks to get back into my groove.
Yeah, so it's like, I think you didn't have to say that, but that's now that we're in the game, we still try to make ourselves earn that title. Even though you were bad when you came back, but nonetheless you were still a comedian.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know what, like, do you ever find people like they're like, oh, I'm not really a comedian till this, or I'm not really a comedian till that. They talk like that. What do you say?
Yeah.
I don't feel like, yeah. I think for me it's like I didn't feel like a comedian until my comedian friends started introducing me to other people as a comedian, and I was like, well, that sounds nice. Like, I guess when other people call you a comedian is when you actually, maybe that's when you truly are a comedian.
But doesn't it really just stem down, like, did you believe you were a comedian? Like, did you... We're our own toughest critics, so you were probably like... the people validated it for you, but I think you probably knew it before they validated it, right?
I believe so, yes. It's just like more... I guess it's more of a... like... I know, I always get stuck on words. An affirmative, an affirmation.
Affirmation, words of affirmation.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's your love language, isn't it? Yeah, you need to be told that you're good and that you're doing good, and if they like it, if they,
Do I need that?
Do you need that?
It helps.
Oh, okay, helps. Okay.
It helps. Low self-esteem.
Do you know your love languages?
No, I don't think I do.
You need to. If you're in a relationship, you should know your love languages.
What are love languages?
I only know mine. So
okay, the definition, love language Define that phrase.
It's the language that. So look, I know what this means because I love love. Is how you interpret love to somebody else or how you receive love. Mm-hmm. So how I feel loved or receive, like when I feel loved or I see that someone loves me, or I know when someone loves you, you have to accept their love language. But how I show love is acts of service. You know,
like waking up in the morning to cook breakfast for the husband or for your boyfriend.
Oh, we don't live together, so it's not even like that.
But I'm saying like
well, you know, like or just. Yeah, it would be something like that, like just acts of service, or just
like giving anal when he wants it.
No,
okay.
That's for marriage. That would
that's
be
act of
service. That's the only thing that I have left from my husband is anal. That's the only thing he has to look forward to. He's like
why? That's like the bribery for women when it comes to being married. Like there's so many girls I've dated, and I was like, let me check the back door. They're like, no, not until you get married. I was like, what?
Yeah, I mean, because
for a lot of women, they use that line, not till you get married. Like, I gotta marry you just for that. It's like, damn.
Yeah, and for me, swallowing, I won't swallow unless you're my husband. I will spit your kids right back at your face.
Just do that. I mean, I don't see the difference.
See, I don't. I mean, the thing is, for me, there isn't much left. You know, like I don't.
Yeah, but like for me, like I don't see why guys enjoy it when the girl swallows it. Like, I'd be like, I don't care what you do with it. It's already out of me. That's the whole point, is to get it out of me. What you do with it afterwards is on you.
Yeah! I never got that. I
don't know.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Rudy.
Doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't. It's so stupid.
It is. Oh, man. What were we talking about, though? Oh, yeah, like words of love affirmation. Yeah, I guess that would be one of my...
From love language to anal.
Love
That's where you went, Rudy. Uh-huh. Damn it, I said, and he's like, who's your husband? That's really where it went, you ass.
What?
I'm over here trying to
Why
be
you
like...
upset with me?
I'm over here trying to be like, oh, this is how I express my love. And you're like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. No.
Well, you said, would you say something of service?
Yeah, acts of service.
Acts of service? Well, to me, that's an act of service.
Well, it's not like just being vulnerable. It's just, I hate saying this, but it's like kind of doing things without being told that they like something.
So do you expect that back of the person?
No.
Would you appreciate it, though, when they do it?
I would. I would appreciate it, but I've learned to give up expectations in a relationship, which is obviously really cliche to hear, but I don't realize that I set myself up for that, because just because I do it doesn't mean the other person will.
Yeah, that is very hard to get over, though. Like when you do something for somebody. And then you notice like they don't really do much for you, but some people's personalities just aren't like that.
And then maybe their love language is hitting you with like words of affirmation, or saying that you're great, or physical touch and being, like patting you on the back, butt tap, teeth squeeze, who knows? And that's like, oh, that's how they're expressing their love. You just have to know if you're going to accept it or not.
I think, actually, I don't think I know that. Like the reason why I like that. It's because when I was a kid, I didn't get any of that from my mom.
Affection?
Yeah, because she was always working. Like, I had affection for, like... I remember affection till, like, I was maybe, like, 4. And then my other younger brothers grew up, and, like after that, there really wasn't much affection. And then she was always, she was working during the day. She was working at night. I'd only see her on the weekend, and even then, she's busy doing her own thing. So, like... Don't do that. So, like, now, as a grown man, when I hear stuff like that, it does make me feel good. So, like, yeah. And my girlfriend's very good at that, actually. She's very good at that.
But the physical touch or the words of affirmation part?
The words of affirmation.
Oh, okay.
Of course, the physical.
Yeah, I mean, that's a given. But for you saying like that physical don't mean much if like you're not just holding up your end the relationship. you know, where it's like, you didn't even think of me.
Sorry, I forgot to turn my volume down.
That's cool. That's cool. Oh, wait. I'm playing.
What am I gonna say next? So, I don't know what I was gonna say next. Hi. Oh man.
You want to talk about hair products?
Do you want to talk about hair products?
No. Right now, my hair's going through it. Like, I have this one frizzy part, but we're not gonna focus on that.
What's going on with your hair?
It's just frizzy on top. Like, I always get that curl frizz. And your hair is just so thick, where it's just like,
Yeah, it's pretty thick. Well, I mean, if I didn't put a little bit of stuff in it, it'd be kind of everywhere too. Not that much though.
Have you said your what you put in your hair joke?
On there?
Mm-hmm.
Like on the podcast?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, just.
No, I'm not. You helped me think about that.
Oh.
I mean, it's just like a snappy thing I said to you, but like it works on stage. So, especially when I mix it in with my girlfriend, teaching me about hair products and whatnot. Have you heard that joke?
Mm-mm.
No. Are you sure?
No, I've heard the like how you get your hair curly part.
Yeah.
Not the other part. Not your how your.
Oh, where I talk about like she taught me how to like properly condition my hair and whatnot in the shower, and and then like one time like since I used so much conditioner, like a big glob fell on my chest.
Oh, you're like that's what it must feel like.
That's the joke where I start talking about like how it reminded me of semen, and then it's like I just go on about talking about that stuff. I don't want to go into it right now.
I know,
it doesn't work, but like that one does pretty well though. So I kind of put the two together.
I know now everyone on air is gonna wonder what we're talking about, and that means they just have to come and see you.
They can. Yeah, they have to just come and see my comedy that I have in December. I have 3 shows in December. I have the 3 Butch Lord ones.
What?
Yeah, I'm doing all 3 of them. Plano, Dallas, and Fort Worth.
That's dope.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do all 3. There's no reason why for me not to do it, you know.
I mean, you're not trying to convince me. You ready to do it? I wasn't telling you not to.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I just got defensive.
Yeah, I know that's in Latinos, man. Like the thing is, because we're sometimes the answer comes out of uncertainty, but we already come on it. But no one can tell me no. Already decided. I'm gonna do it. That's that Latino pride.
Oh, okay.
Just always being defensive all the time.
I think it drives my girlfriend crazy. She's like, I didn't say anything.
Like, right, I didn't
all right, just making sure. Just making sure.
Yeah, with the just making sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Let's see what time it is. 8:30. Cool. We still have plenty of time. When's the next time you perform around here?
Just doing open mics.
Just doing open mics?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have that showcase with Flo?
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of Mana's her claw thingies? Did you perform at one of those?
Mm-mm.
She's got one of those where she's getting like the women in comedy to do a show, and I think she's barely gonna have her second one. I was just wondering if you're gonna do any of those.
No, I've never crossed paths with her. I've heard the name, but I wouldn't. I just haven't crossed. Obviously, know of her. I know of her, but I just never met her.
Okay, you are more of a Dallas area comic, huh?
I tried to, because that's kind of like my medium point. I don't know, like just out here, it's a little bit too far for me, just because I live an hour away, Arlington.
Where do you usually go to?
I just stay in the Dallas or Plano area.
Dallas, Plano area. Mm-hmm. Hey, Addison doesn't do an improv, does it?
They have a workshop on Sundays.
You ever gone to those?
Mm-mm.
I've gone to 2.
Oh, okay, you have?
Yeah, I need to go more often, but like I think right now I do go to Denton for their open mic. So it would be kind of hard for me to go to Madison for that Build a Bit, and then get out at like 4 because it's like at 2:30 to 3:30. So 4, get back to home, just to go back to Denton in like another hour or so.
Oh, Denton's an hour away from here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
So, and then Addison's like, 40 minutes away from here.
Mm-hmm.
So, all that driving is just like, oh my God. So, I'd have to pick and choose which one I want to go to. Like, one week I'd go to Build-A-Bear, and 1 week I'd go to Dusty's. But like doing both, it's going to be too much driving. Too much time in the car.
But do you ever, like, talk to yourself out loud in the car and, like, kind of work on your bits in there?
No.
No? Yeah, that's crazy. Stupid. No.
I mean, if you do, you do.
No, I do that, like, when I work, because I'm trying to, like, learn how to kind of give my mom a voice, like, when I reenact, like, our moments together.
So you're trying to do a character.
Yeah, like, more like build a character for her.
Yeah.
And, like, the person who mimics her the best is my sister, who, like, wasn't raised with us.
Mm-hmm.
But my sister can, like, mimic my mom so good. I'm like, how do you do that? And I'm, like, her own daughter, and I can't make it. She's like, you kind of sound like mommy.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Come on. What did I say? Oh.
You got glasses and everything. What's that? People kill me with glasses. What's that say?
Well, that's what we had to
and
begin
then
with.
you lower your glasses. So they're like, what? Can someone read that? Yo, don't you got like stuff on your face to help you?
Yeah, I did to get LASIK one day. That laser eye surgery.
Oh, what you call it?
What?
My mom did get that.
Your mom got it?
Yeah.
Did she like it?
Yeah, but then she still wears glasses at night. So I don't know what happens during. I don't know.
They do say that eventually it'll start getting bad again.
Yeah.
I might have to do it again, but like 5 or 10 years down the road, I think. I'm not sure.
And you're awake, aren't you, throughout that whole procedure?
Yeah. Yeah, they just put some shit in your eye so you don't blink.
Mm-hmm.
You're just standing there staring at the laser. No?
I got 20/20, so I stay blessed. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shut up.
But I do wear fake glasses.
Fake glasses?
They're not prescription.
But they're just clear glass? Why?
Because I look cute in them.
That's why?
Do you feel some type of way?
Yes,
I want to wear
You know
glasses.
how annoying it is to wear glasses, and you're over here walking around with fake ones.
They're an accessory. They're an accessory.
No. Look, if you're going to put something on, it needs to have a function, all right?
It does have a function. It functions with my outfit.
Like, I understand, like, sunglasses.
Or to block the sun.
Because, but just regular glasses, just because you want something around your eyes.
And then my glasses, they got the blue lens, so the computer screen don't bother me.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, I get that one, though. That one, I kind of get. The blue screen, which is, like, something that apparently is a problem now, you know, in the world. That we stare at computers for too long, and I didn't even know there was a blue screen. I'm like, what? Blue? My thing's black and something. Where's this blue screen come from? But I don't know how like the long term damage is. I haven't really read up on what that does to you, but I mean,
I can feel it in my neck too.
Is that what it is?
Because like I'm always like looking down at my, you look down at your phone, and no one brings their phone up like this because everyone's cheating and lying, so everyone's like. Like, you will put yourself in the most awkward positions because you don't want no one to see your phone. You're like, you just look uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Everybody looking uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to look at their phones.
Trying to get people not to look at their phones.
Right. Like, I don't care.
You don't care?
I really don't.
But I hear people are starting to have, like, their thumbs are starting to like wear out really, really, really fast because of all the texting. Like kids are starting to get arthritis in their thumbs because of texting.
Yeah, I could see that because my nephew be like texting me. He's like 7 years old. He texts me all the time, and it is annoying. Like at first it was adorable because it was like I love you. Yeah. And then it's just like look at me, and he got his teeth out right here.
Oh yeah, you
like he sent me pictures, and he just looked like little baby on a meth.
Yeah.
The front teeth came out.
Is he really skinny?
Mm-hmm. That's like you.
You know, it's funny. He has a phone already?
Yeah.
At 7? I was talking to Baby Mom. We're talking about getting the phones for my son. He's 9.
Because all his other friends have it, right? Has he mentioned that?
No, he hasn't mentioned that. But it's kind of like a way for me to communicate with him. Since he's far away. Because right now I talk to him through her phone. So I have to text her to say hi to him. I have to call. I'll text her, hey, Eisen, is he available to talk? And then she'll be like, yeah. So I have to wait for her to be around. And sometimes she's not around for a day or two because she's a nurse and she works nights. So when she works nights during the school, or even on the weekend, they'll stay with their aunts.
Oh, okay.
The kids will stay with her, So she can sleep during the day, huh? No, her sisters are really nice.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they're really nice. They're too nice actually.
Really?
Like as far as like how they discipline the kids, they don't discipline them at all. They just let them run wild, kind of.
Oh yeah. Our generation is messing it up.
Is what?
Yeah, our generation, or like the people like after my parents.
Whoever
came out of third world country parents, we done messed it up.
Yeah.
We give kids everything and spoiled. I see how like people spoil them and.
Yeah, they do that a lot, and I guess we just grew up in softer times. It's really.
Who?
Our generation is coming up with kids.
Oh. Yeah.
Imagine the younger generation when our kids or your nieces, when they have kids. Imagine what those kids are gonna be like.
Yeah. Like I'll tell people now like what my mom used to say to me, and people be like, oh my god. I'm there like my mom didn't like overvalue positivity.
Yeah.
She'd be like, mija, eres bonita, pero like only to me. No te creas. No me andes en todo el mundo aquí pensando que eres la más bonita.
Yeah, like don't walk around like your shit don't stink.
Right. She was just like, calm down. And you don't hear mom saying that like, no, honey, you're beautiful no matter like how you look or blah blah blah. Nah, my mom she's just really blunt. When I tell people how blunt she was, like when I tell like I have a joke that my mom referenced me as a Jeep because I'm not built really curvy. Like I have curves like in the front, but not in the side. But
you're like a little boxy.
Yeah, like I just didn't really have a shape.
You're like a Jeep, you're ready for all kinds of terrain.
Yeah, I'm so much. I never lose my value.
You're that off-road. The off-road vehicle you take anywhere.
I never thought about putting that in. That's pretty good. But no, because I have no curves. So she'd be like, my 4x4. I'm like, that's 4-wheel drive. It's not a dimension of my body shape, but thank you.
Yeah.
And she'll crack herself up with that.
Oh, really?
She'll be like, can make that Jeep? I hate when when parents think they have the best job.
What are you? You say you have a sister. Are you the oldest in the family?
No, I'm the baby.
You're the baby? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have a brother that's 10 years older than I am too.
Say what?
I have a brother. He's 10 years older.
Oh, a brother. Okay. Yeah, I have one like that too.
We say it like if we bought them. Yeah, I got one on clearance.
Yeah.
The other one was half off.
I got a brother who is 46, I think.
Yeah, after they like.
It was weird. Like growing up, he was out of the house by the time I was like 4.
Yeah.
Or
so when I was 10,
like
he was out of the house.
Yeah, so I barely even remember my older brother, like living with him or anything like that. And then also same thing for my sister. I remember living with my sister maybe till I was like 6, and then after that she moved out. She's only like a year younger than my oldest brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
so you kind of grew up as a lonely child?
No, I still have 2 younger brothers.
Oh, okay.
I have 4. I mean, I have an older brother who's 4 years older than me, and a younger brother who's 4 years younger than me. So I always feel like my mom was like being a hoochie in within those 8 years. Within those 8 years, and I have no idea who my dad is.
No, what she did, she gave each one of you your own dad, so you guys wouldn't have to share.
Oh, really? Yeah, okay, but which one's mine, though? I don't know which one mine is.
Look,
She never told me.
She was like, you like the game Guess Who? Well, she gave you the real life version. So, shout out to Mom.
Does his name start with a P? No, it's not Pablo.
Mira, you like Inspector Gadget? I inspect.
Yeah, I want to work on a bit where I talk about me not knowing who my dad is. Mm-hmm. But, like, me having a hunch that's Antonio Banderas. Mm. And I want to say that, like, my mom was working at a hotel that Antonio Banderas was staying at while he was making the film.
Zorro?
No, it'd have to be older than that. See, I'm stuck at. I need to find a movie that he made in the 80s. Or at least late 80s, something like that, to where I can kind of bullshit saying I'm close to that age. And say that my mom had a one-night stand with him. And then that's how I came upon. And then I am trying to find a way to contact Antonio Banderas, which is I'm hoping to do comedy, so I can build my way up to surprise him one day at his house.
That would explain your hair. Let me tell you, I saw him in the movie Life Itself. Mm-hmm. That is a good-looking man. Like
what's Life Itself?
It's a movie on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's like remember the movie Crash? How like everything intertwined.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those type of movies, like someone dies, loves, but they're all connected.
Yeah.
And he's in it.
What, is this recent or is this kind of older movie?
It got released like last year to 18 or 2018 or 17.
You know, it's weird. I didn't know he had been in any movies.
Yeah, he does a lot of independent films now.
Oh.
And my God, he could still get it. Like me, I would go head to head with him and an older woman.
Yeah.
He is a good-looking man.
I like the Desperado.
Mm-hmm.
That movie that he made, and then part 2 of that one, which is not El Cantante.
El Cantante fue Mark Anthony and J-Lo.
Yeah, never mind. That's something else. I never saw that movie. I'm glad I never did.
I've heard the soundtrack, and
yeah.
I know the true story to. I don't know his name. Like pues El Cantante.
Yeah.
It's a really sad story. So I didn't want to watch something that depressing.
It sounds like it would be.
Yeah, it was. Their son ends up killing themselves, and I think he ends up or she ends up committing suicide. Just like dying, like.
Not dead.
Yeah, and I love chick flicks.
Is it like the Spanish version of Romeo and Juliet or something?
No, hombre. I'm saying like they died, like not like because he's so depressed that his son died. Uh-huh. I think he tries to kill himself, and then when it's either I forgot who kills himself. But you see how messed up I'm like I'm not like I can't emotionally invest in that.
No.
Mm-mm. I'm a big chick flick person.
Oh no. Like romantic comedy or just straight up chick flick?
I mean it's versatile. I mean I like Marvel and some DC. But where I'm more emotionally invested, where I'm like captivated as an audience. Yeah, I mean it's romantic comedies.
Romantic comedies. I like romantic comedies too, up until the point where they start getting to the romantic part.
Then it's not romantic comedy.
No, it is.
Then it's just comedy.
Like but it's a romantic comedy movie, like Zack and Mary make a porno. Mm-hmm. You know, at the end they got all lovey-dovey. Mm-hmm. Like I'm laughing up until that point. Then I'm just like, okay, here it is. Fine. Like the last 10 minutes of the movie, 15 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, this is coming from the same guy who has a list of women he broke their hearts. Shut up, baby.
What?
Shut up. Just watch it. It's so bad, you. I hate the lovey-dovey part.
It's okay.
What's her name? Tanya. I broke her heart. Like, what the hell?
I don't think there was.
Do they remind you of the women that you broke their hearts?
The ones where it starts getting all lovey? Mm-hmm. No. I don't think so, no. Mm. Actually, yeah. Yeah, when it starts getting too real.
Oh, is that what it is? It gets too real for you on the big screen? Mm-hmm.
No, I mean...
And then you're forced to face that?
No, the relationships.
The relationship was getting too real for you.
I broke the heart, yeah, I got too real.
For you to face that.
Yeah.
For you to see the reenactment of what you did.
Wait, what? Wait, what? How do we get to the reenactment?
Because you're watching it and you said, this feels too real. So what you see on screen.
No, it felt too real, like, at the time when I was dating the person. Not what I see on TV. But it's just, I don't know. I just don't like the icky, not that icky part, but the
emotional part, the expression of emotion?
The mushiness.
Can you express your emotion?
Of course I can.
Yes, you can.
I do it in person all the time.
In person? Okay. Like how can...
In person. I'm supposed to do it some other way.
I know. Maybe you do it via text better. Maybe you write great emails.
No. But yeah, I can express my emotions pretty well.
Good for you. Mm-hmm. Good for you.
I lose my temper quickly.
Oh, okay.
Quickly, but I'm able to see that it's happening and divert it, from getting any worse.
No, if you're losing your temper, you're not thinking rationally.
Yeah, but like when it's starting to happen, I can tell that I'm not thinking rationally, and I have to talk myself down real quick. Like I don't wait till like a day later to be like, I was being an asshole and I should go apologize. Mm-hmm. It's like right then and there. Like no, I'm sorry. I'm getting out of my my anger comfort to where
my anger comfort.
Yeah, I have a level of being aggressive, being angry about something, and I don't want to surpass that level. I can be a little annoyed, but if I start getting more, and then there's frustration level, and then once it starts getting higher than that, it's like where I need to start checking myself. Like, hey, this is more than frustration. Bring that shit down.
Good for you, Pumpkin. Because once I get mad, I get mad.
Yeah.
I know.
I think you threatened me like 3 times on this podcast already. Like not like so bluntly threatening, but like yeah.
You're gonna go back and be like, this bitch did it. No, I mean, no, I don't. Yeah, and I think that's great that you do that. Like I'm hearing you, I'm like, ooh, I should probably do that. Because one of like the biggest things my sister will say about me, or when I'm in a relationship, is that I wear my emotions on my sleeve, and then I come back. I'm a lover, okay? I am a lover. My love language is acts of service. Like, I am an artist. At that point, like when I'm at, I'm like, I'm an artist. Like I really am sensitive on my shit. And then
how do you do that so well?
What?
Just start going into that personality.
Oh, I think because secretly inside us, that's who I want to stay as.
Yeah.
But I know that person will not have the job, will have a job or have a stable relationship. But it's because one thing, like, I went to therapy with like, it's funny because my old therapist was a short Asian man. But I continued to stay because I was like, I want to see how this pans out. Like, I had so much aggression and anger. I'm like, I wonder if I'm scaring him. And he would just be like, yeah, you're really emotional. You need to contain your emotions. And yeah, I can't do what you do.
Yeah, but that's all he told you, that you need to contain your emotions?
Not contain, but he would try to like talk to me about how containing it. I'm just there like, you don't know what a Latina struggles with. It's really hard for me to be in a relationship, and there's like a lot of it's just a lot of pressure for me in a relationship.
That's what you would tell him?
Well, not like that, but then he'd be like, if you don't feel like I know where you're coming from, why you come here? I'm just like, because I'm trying to see if you could talk to your ancestors. Like, what's Mulan saying to you? No, no. You know what I'm saying? But like, I just wanted a different perspective. Because, I didn't know if I went to a Latina therapist, if she would hype me up and be like, see me, huh? You need to go back out there and tell them. But again, they have like clinical degrees and like went to years of school. So I need to go back into therapy clearly. But
in that conversation you did 2 different characters.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just that little talking. Like, do you sense yourself doing those characters?
Are you why did your position change? Like you sitting like a therapist right now?
No, I'm just wondering.
No, I mean, because I'm just like talking.
Yeah.
So I don't really sense it.
But it's interesting to watch you talk because they're like you're going on and then like you'll talk about something, then you play that little act. You do it so normally. That it's so natural, and it's like, how much effort are you putting to do that, and could you do that more often
on stage?
On stage,
I think that's why you're probably fast because you don't see this. Like, is that why?
I don't what?
Because you don't see this on stage, like what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I kind of sense you when you are trying to play a little bit of a character, but like, right now it just seems more. It's so natural.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like when you're talking to your therapist, you had like a little Latina slang to it, kind of like. Do you remember this lady who played a Hispanic nail salon person?
Oh, Angela Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten that before. I think that maybe that's why I retracted back. I've heard that before. Like, I don't want to make sound like somebody else.
But see, but they're just sounding like that type of person.
Oh, okay.
And if you can sound like that type of person, you're not really, copying her. It's just. You that type of person. It's like when you take a black lady or black lady, I guess, and like she's all proper, and then like you piss her off and like she goes straight to like her ghetto lingo. That person, she's not copying somebody. That's just how she is. So
my sister would say that to me. My sister, she would just be like, "Ooh, that sounded real Floridian." And when she says like real Floridian, means like I sounded, you could tell I went to a public school, and I grew up around like a lot of Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, and I'd just be like, So I do get that sometimes from when my sister looks at me. She's like, "Ooh, that sounded real. You got a lot of opportunities there for you to like learn." Good. Or she'll call me Little Mexico. Yeah. And she know I'm not Mexican.
She just does it on purpose.
Because, coming here, I got so I'm like, well, you can't, when I first came to Texas, I'm like, you could ask me what I am. And they're like, okay, what are you? I'm like, a bitch. But I would be like, no, I'm Honduran. And then I have to give this whole geography lesson. Yeah. They're like, oh, really? Where's Honduras? I'm like, Central America is that little skinny part that collects Mexico and South America together. You just gotta look for us right there.
Yeah, that little strip.
And
oh, what the hell? Oh, sorry, Ben. Can't talk. Do you still have family there?
In Honduras?
Yeah, in Honduras.
No, I don't think so. No? I mean, I never have. Remember, you used to calling cards to call your family? Yeah. I had to buy one of those in years, so yeah. I really don't think I do.
Okay, so you never think about visiting over there?
I would if I could take my dad with me. Like, I want to see where my dad grew up. Yeah. Or, like, his old clay house, if it's still there. If it's not, like, run up by the beach, I don't know. I would like to see where my parents were born and raised. But, like, all my life, we grew up poor. Like, in Orlando, Florida, we lived in for the first, 8 years of my life, we lived in a trailer. Yeah. And then we upgraded to, 1,100 square feet tile home. Where the gaps in between the tiles were so big. Where, the cement felt like sand everywhere in the house. You ever helped that? No. No, that's cool. Don't worry about it.
No, I don't know that one.
It's okay.
I mean, I didn't grow up rich either, or semi-rich, or whatever you want to call it. But we lived up north, so.
Up north where?
In Iowa.
Oh no, that's Midwest.
Whatever, Midwest.
You need to say up north makes it sound like you coming a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying? You from New York or something, or Connecticut. I would even give you Rhode Island, but Iowa.
I mean, it's still north of here.
It is. You're right.
So I mean, technically, I'm not wrong.
I'm so sorry. Let me remember, it's your podcast. You was not wrong, Rudy. You was not wrong. You was right.
That's why I always see it. But people do tell me that's Midwest. I'm like, well, I mean, if you're like in the East or West Coast, it's Midwest. But if you're south of it, technically it's up north from you.
He gives me the direction and everything.
I don't know why.
It's up north. Okay, so since you're from the
you know what's funny? I've been feeling a little funny, and I was wondering why, and I remembered I ate an edible.
Oh. Oh, okay. So that's why you feel like I'm attacking you a little.
No, I don't feel like that. Do I? No.
You said three times in this interview.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because you like to change it to this. What'd you say? Cause I forget what you said. Something about like you're a bitch and you'll fuck somebody up or something like that.
Oh, well, yeah, like amongst my peers, I'm like, just don't try me.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, just don't try me. It's like, okay. Oh man. Alright.
But I'm harmless, you know that.
Yeah, you know what? When I talk to you, you don't give off any kind of aggressive personality. You're like always very warm and welcoming.
Oh.
So it's funny to sit here and see you like change a little bit. Like, oh, okay, so she can be mean.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're saying, like I said, well, I mean, my mom, I'm just blunt. I think I'm just,
mm-hmm.
I let people know when I'm tired of something, or like when it's a conversation. This is really comfortable for me. Like, This is what I love more, like when I got more into comedy and like just building relationships and like learning everyone's story. Because I think I want to make this as a status, but people don't think I'm engaging because I don't interrupt them as much.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, if you don't want to be listened to, then I ain't the person to talk to. Because you ever talk to someone and they're like eager to just like cut you off and like, oh, my bad, man, you know?
Yeah.
Like just let someone finish.
Mm-hmm. So like, yeah, those people that they're just like waiting to talk.
Yeah, and they don't even hear what you said.
No, they just want to say what already they have in your head. Yeah.
Or they'll like repeat something that they told you last week, and.
What do you mean they repeat something they told you last week?
Like, I'm like, common thing is in comedy, like, hey man, how's it going? Like, hey, how's it going, right?
Yeah.
But in comedy, we want to tell each other what we're doing. Yeah, man, you know, I got these 3 shows up in Arkansas. All right, yeah, I know you told me last week, because they're going to happen next month. Like, 3 shows, best of luck to you, man, so what's going on? Yeah, you know, I'm just getting ready for these 3 shows up in Arkansas. No, okay, that's cool. That's cool. So how's work going? Yeah, I can't even think at work because I'm just getting ready for these 3 shows.
Who is doing that to you? Who
Why
talks like
names?
that, man?
Why you want names?
I don't know. It's just like who talks like that? Like, yeah, I just do it.
Why you want names, Rudy? Rudy gonna be scared and like,
I know who's so retarded, man.
Like, I'm exaggerating.
I know, but it's still funny to me.
Because you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, dog. Like, I know you do the 3 shows in Arkansas. I ain't gonna make it to none of them. Just tell me how it goes when you come back.
Yeah.
Otherwise than that, how are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. All right, it's 8:55. We're gonna have to cut a little into that. Thank you for coming on.
No, thank you for inviting me.
Of course, I definitely want to have you on again for another time where we can do a little longer if you want. But for sure, dude, definitely have you back on. It's nice talking to you, nice getting to know you.
Yeah, and
you're super funny, man. You're super funny.
You guys heard it here first. Rudy Ramsey.
Yeah. I can't wait to see you get more popular and whatnot. I think you're gonna do awesome. Yeah, you're super funny.
No pienses.
Oh, shut up. Stop being so dramatic. Oh. Alright, guys. Take it easy and I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget the YouTube channel, subscribe, Apple Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, and follow me on Instagram. Do you want to shout out on Instagram?
Oh, yes. Follow me on Instagram at Alex Berrios, AYEALEX Berrios. Alex Berrios.
Yeah, something like that. Oh man. Okay. I'm done there.